Hey guys, welcome to Trucks and Tractors. Today we are down in Texas. We're just outside of Corpus Christi. The kids are at the beach right now. Dawn and my mother-in-law they're all at the beach right now, and my father-in-law Mark and I decided to go to an auction that has some pickups and some semis that he's interested in. So we're gonna go check that out. We're here right now. So we'll check that out. We'll let you know how it goes. Alright, these ones are diesels here and they all look pretty rough. They've all been beat pretty hard just by looking at the condition of them. So I think we're gonna avoid diesels. We're gonna look for a gas one. We're looking for a 250 or 350 crew cab, 4-wheel drive. Ideally we'd like something that's clean, like straight body. It'll be clean rust underneath, but we're looking for like a straight body. And so we've got two here that we kind of picked out as the cleanest that we think will be the best pickup, so we're gonna be bidding on one of them. This guy here is a sweet little truck, but it's 2-wheel drive, which is pretty much worthless to us. It's a good looking pickup though. It's got a nice flatbed on it. Alright, I think this is the one. It's got 152,000 on it. It's just a work truck model, but I think it's one of the cleaner ones. Seat's still really good. Alrighty, here's the one that my father-in-law ended up with behind me. We're gonna go give it a test drive and see if this was a good decision or not. Is that when you turn? Oh, it's hitting the bumper. Well, we can fix that.
Was it the bumper?
Yeah, the bumper's that's what's hitting it right here.
Okay.
Just need to kind of bend it out.
So the front bumper on this pickup is smashed. Actually, the front grille and everything has been whacked. So we're gonna hook my truck up to it and we're gonna give it a good pull. Because right now if we turn even just ever so slightly, it hits. So I'm gonna grab a tow strap. Just back up slowly. A little bit more. Okay. Alright, why don't you try and turn now?
That was the way I was hitting.
Yeah, you're good now. You got a couple inches of clearance. Alright, now that we got clearance to turn, now let's see how this thing handles.
So I'll have to see what a toter would rent for.
Yep. Yeah, to throw the Jeep on. Does it feel like steering wheel or does it feel like floor that the hop's coming from? You know, is it front end or back end?
I can't tell for sure. I almost think the back end, don't you?
Yeah, I was gonna say, judging by how the steering wheel looks like it's not wobbling, I'd say back end.
Yeah, I was gonna check the tires here.
Yeah, it feels like a bulge in a tire or something.
I don't feel it in the wheel.
Alright, maiden voyage was a success. I think it was a good buy. Just by yanking out the bumper, now I can turn. There's a little hop in this back corner, so we're gonna check the tire out and see if one of the tires has got a bulge or something in it. Because there's a pretty good hop. Could just be a really out of balance tire too. That other tire feels fine. Yeah, I don't know, the tires look fine.
Oh.
Alright, now the predicament is there are 3 vehicles down here and 2 people driving. We know that our wives would not want to drive all the way back home from Texas with a vehicle. So, My father-in-law Mark will be looking for a trailer to throw their Jeep on, pull their Jeep home. Otherwise, one of us is gonna end up flying back down here and driving a truck home. So we'll see what ends up happening. Hey guys, so what we ended up doing is we found a trailer. It's actually been a couple days, so we found a trailer that we were gonna purchase and use that to haul my in-laws Jeep home behind the new pickup that my father-in-law bought. We're going over a really huge, crazy, scary bridge right now, which is making me very uncomfortable holding a camera driving over this bridge, pulling a camper. What's up with all these big bridges in Texas? You guys like your bridges. They're tall. Okay, so we are headed to the trailer place. We'll show you the options we had to choose from, what our rhyme or reason was for what we're doing, and see you there. I'm gonna talk loud because it's windy and there's a highway right next to us, but I'll show you the trailer that we came here to look at. It was the cheapest we could find on the internet in our area. We could travel like an hour to buy a used one. That would be a couple $100 less, but at the end of the day, then we don't know the conditions of the bearings, the tires, how good the wiring is. And so by going new, it just simplifies a lot of those things. So I'll show you what we're looking at. This is the trailer that we came for. It's more of a base model trailer, which we didn't really care. We were just looking for something that we can throw a Jeep on and haul home. It was the cheapest, but he said it was sold, which whether it was or not, I don't know. And then he immediately started selling us on the fanciest one he had, which is the one that we ended up buying.
Yep.
But so we looked at, we could go a 20 foot. He has a 20-foot trailer over here that is more of a stripped down trailer. It doesn't have LEDs or diamond plate fenders or full framing underneath. The one that we ended up getting has full C-channel framing underneath, diamond plate fenders, slide-in ramps. It has LED lights. It's 18 feet long with a dovetail. The other one is a 20 foot, but it was more of a base model trailer. The only difference between the two trailers outside of like price-wise was like $85, $90. So after a lot of deliberating, we talked him down to a price we thought was fair. We got him to throw in a spare tire, and so that's what we're getting. We're getting an 18-foot car trailer with a dovetail on it. Now we gotta finish hooking it up, and then we are gonna go and pick up the pickup that we bought, put the Jeep on the trailer. Sound good?
Yeah. Cool. What year is it?
2012. So this is going to be my father-in-law's new pickup. He's going to retire the one he's got and probably sell it. I think he got a really good deal on it. It just has some damage on the front. It must have been a foreman's truck because the body's not beat up at all. Like it's extremely straight compared to a lot of the trucks on this auction. It has, like here you show, it has like some of this stuff on. We can get all this off. It's just where they had the logo, company logos. We can get off the windows, the body, there's some on the dash. We'll get it all stripped off of it and get it cleaned up when we get it back home. All right, we're gonna check the oil. Make sure it's got oil in it. Got your truck too. Yep, you're good on oil. Smacked. So the condenser's been hit. So it needs a new condenser, a new front bumper, and a new grill. But we looked down here and it didn't touch the radiator. It did nick, this is the transmission cooler, it did hit that. It doesn't appear to be leaking, but we'll probably put a new transmission cooler in it just to be sure. And the tow hooks look fine, so it didn't hit the frame rail. It just looks like it's right above the frame rail. So, should be easy. So now what we're going to do is we are going to get this truck hooked up to the new trailer, and then we're going to get the Jeep put on the trailer and strapped down and chained down, because my mother-in-law and father-in-law are going to end up driving this truck home, pulling their other vehicle. Not on the truck.
Oh, but on the trailer.
Trailer good, truck or not. What about brakes?
They come on?
Yeah. Your left tail light's totally dead. So there's supposed to be a little C or L channel bracket welded on here that these sit on.
Right.
But they were missing, so that's kind of what we used to negotiate in a free spare tire. So for now, we're just gonna set them here, which will work totally fine.
Okay.
But we'll get the bracket welded on when we get it home.
So why didn't it? Why they just forgot to put it on, or they don't come with it?
Ordered the trailer. He forgot to order this whole thing. It was originally no ramps whatsoever.
Oh.
So then he had them come out and they added this on site.
Oh, okay.
But he forgot to have them add the bar.
Yeah.
And if he talked to them as much as he talked to us, they probably just wanted to get out of it. Maybe that way like an inch.
What we'll do, that loop come up on the back side.
Oh, and then we'll hook them in here independently, so it's one chain, but it's attached to like two. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I was going to
Yeah.
go around.
Yeah. Yeah.
There is a
All right, so we don't like the angles of what we got going. So you want to strap a vehicle down and you want to pull front and back and into the corners so that it can't go forward or backwards at all. So we don't like the angles. We're going to end up having to add some welded C-channel when we get back home. But so for now, we've got the front pulled down going forward. The back isn't quite as far back as we want. We can't go any further back on the trailer. So we're going to tighten it down, put the chains as tight as we can get it, and then we're going to put a strap, ratchet a strap in the rear and ratchet a strap in the front, so we have an extra, just because right now the way we have these set up, it's really only 2 chains. So if one chain broke, then you're done. So you want 4, you want 2 independent in the front, 2 independent in the rear. So we're adding a strap to the front and to the rear to accomplish that. All right, so we got her all loaded up and strapped down. I hope you guys have a good drive home. It's always nerve-wracking with an unknown vehicle. You know, you bought it on auction, you couldn't test drive it, couldn't inspect it, more than just it sitting there. And now you got to drive 1,500 miles home, pulling also a brand new unmarked trailer with a vehicle on it. So granted though, my father-in-law is very experienced. He is expert at doing this sort of thing. He can handle himself in any situation. So good luck, guys. Hope you make it home safe with no issues. All right, thanks for watching.